everyone. So a lot of people have been asking me to do a somewhat look tutorial, whatever you want to call it. I'm by any means not a YouTuber, not an influencer, just a girl who likes to play with some makeup. So I did go to Sephora and Ulta today, and I did pick up the new Colourpop Nude Mood eyeshadow palette, as well as the Pretty Fresh hyaluronic acid tinted moisturizer, as well as their new Pretty Fresh concealer. So I'm excited to try these out. I also did pick up from Ulta probably a couple weeks ago the new NARS foundation. I might mix a little bit of this in for a little bit more coverage. And I think that's about all I have for some new stuff. Oh wait, no, I did pick up, so I did also pick up the Pat McGrath Labs, the lipstick trio and the Skin Show V2. And these were the little packages. Ooh. They were super cute. I mean, they are the minis, so I mean, it is what it is, but I did swatch them in my story, I don't know, probably a couple days ago, and they are matte, and they, see, I'm very picky with matte lipsticks because they transfer everywhere. I'm not a matte lipstick person. I like my liquid mattes. But I'm gonna give them a go, see how that goes. I also did pick up the Lucky Stars lipstick kit in neutral. Came in this really cute little bag. I will probably be giving to Shannon because she's obsessed with stars, and I know she'll get use out of this. I have a drawer full of Ipsy makeup bags that I never touch. So, and it came with these cute little lipstick bullets. There's 3 of them, and they're all nudes. Very, very pretty. I want to say this was the deepest one. I will probably do a swatch party in my Instagram story later on, but definitely up my alley. You get the joke. To prep my skin, I use this day and night. It's the CEO Sunday Riley vitamin C rich hydration cream. I made a post about this on my Instagram, I think yesterday, the day before, and I have trouble finding really good moisturizers. I don't want it to be too thick. I don't want it to be overwhelming where my skin is like extra tacky, and you know, you can just wipe your finger across it and all this oil is there. I can't stand it. There are a lot of days where I go without makeup and it is what it is. I don't care. But I've tried so many moisturizers in the past, and they're either not thick enough or they're just like water-based and I just can't stand them. They don't do anything for me. I mean, in the wintertime, I flake all on my forehead and all around my nose here. And this is the only thing that I swear by that does not leave a nasty residue on top of my skin. And it's not oily. It soaks into your skin. It's a beautiful finish. It's perfect. It does everything that I need. So for my brows, which I'm not really going to do on camera because everybody kind of like, you know, everybody's seen everyone do brows a million times, but I do use the Precisely My Brow by Benefit in the shade 6. And I just, you know, fill in my sparse edges and all right, so I just finished the brows. I used this brow gel that I was sent in my Ipsy box. It was actually sent in a kit. It was like a 4-piece kit. It was this brow, it was a $1 Billion Brows Universal Brow Pencil. It's not universal. So next I'm going to go in and prime my eyelids with this P. Louise Base Pro shade in 02. I was recently using, for the longest time, this Luscious Angel Eyes primer. Now, this was a very good eyeshadow primer base, but I'm down to the nitty-gritty on this. Didn't really know where to find it. I mean, I Googled it, and I was like, well, I hear really good things about P. Louise. Let me give them a try. So been giving them a try for a while, and I'm not disappointed. So I just prime my eyes, and yes, I do my eyes before my foundation because you know, whenever I get a lot of fallout with something, oh my god, I hate trying to clean it up on top, you know, when it's on top of foundation. It's the most difficult thing to do. I'm gonna use this Real Techniques extremely beat up beauty blender to buff this in. I really should have picked one up today, but it totally slipped my mind. And I just blend that in. I usually go in with the second coat as well and drag it out a little bit here because I usually do somewhat of a blown out winged look. So this is like a first impressions for me too. So let's see. I don't like that there's no mirror. I prefer when Colourpop puts the mirrors in. Let me see. I have the Honey palette for the monochromatic line. I do like the mirror in this. I never really like these pressed glitters in here. As you can see, they're extreme. I mean, they're beautiful, but like, they're just so, I don't know, patchy, I guess. And there's so much fallout when you put this on top of your eye. Like, see, half of it's still on my finger. Not a fan of that at all. So these are the shades. Sorry, I have a really, I'm using my phone because I'm not that experienced here. I don't have a fancy camera, okay? So, but I really do like the color scheme. It has an even amount of shimmers, an even amount of mattes. There is no pressed glitter, so I'm so happy about that. I think a lot of people did complain about the pressed glitters and monochromatic palettes, that they kind of just stopped with it. So I'm just setting my eyes again just to get all those creases out. And I really wanted to get the Going Coconuts palette. Every time I went to go buy it, it was out of stock. And I'm like, seriously? Like, let me live. Like, come on. I'm probably going to go in with the shade Bare to Wear. It's this one right here. And put that all up in my crease. There is a little bit of kickback, but honestly, it's not a killer for me. It's not that big of a deal. Most eyeshadow palettes, you're going to get kick out no matter what. Kickback, fallout, whatever you want to call it. You're going to get it with almost any palette. And I feel like these shades are coming up a little bit darker than they really are. Just because my brushes, they need some loving right now. I was using the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette that they created. I don't know, what was it, like 4 years ago? I could be wrong. I'll find out. But that was my go-to every day for anything. Has a perfect amount of color. It's not all over the place. I mean, I didn't know exactly how far I wanted to expand with makeup. I was like, I just need a good eyeshadow palette is what I freaking need. So, I like how this is blending out in the crease. And it looks very nice. I think I'm going to go in with Au Naturel, which is this guy right here. And just put that into deep into my crease. JH34 from the Jaclyn Hill brush collection, which I bought the whole vault when it came out. At the time, she didn't have any, bad launches really going on, I don't think. I mean, I did buy the vault collection and I was disappointed. I was really not that happy with it. I think I bought it just to have it, and I used it maybe once or twice, and it's just collecting dust in my room here. So sorry, Jaclyn, I love you dearly, but those were not good. Very not good palettes. And I really wanted to buy her lipsticks. I really, really, really did. But after all the reviews, I was like, yeah, that's why I didn't jump on it like I did with the last vault that she released. So anyways, I'm going to go in with a JH33. I was going to pick up some of that color right there. And I'm going to buff this into my crease. I'm keeping this pretty low, so you can see there's a little bit of yellow on this brush because I got into the Jeffree Star Thirsty palette for the Packers game, and I really did like that look. If you guys want to see a colorful look like that, or like, football team eye-inspired looks or anything along those lines, let me know. I would love to do a complete walkthrough with those. I'm going to go back with that other brush back into the Bare to Wear, and I'm just going to try and blend these two together just a smidge so we have no harsh lines. Just try and deepen this outer V right here. I'm not dragging it too far in because I really don't know if I want to go in with a shimmer or a matte for the lid. Who am I talking to? I'm going to put a shimmer on my lid. I always fucking do. I did actually try those new, well, they're not new, but I tried a like new little mini from Stila, their holiday collection of those liquid eyeshadows. I was not happy with them. I mean, I tried and I tried and I tried, and I'm just gonna buff this out with a Luxie brush. This is a double-ended 249. I actually really like Luxie brushes a lot. I love when BoxyCharm or Ipsy sends them to me, because they are very high quality brushes. I feel like every time I wash my Jaclyn Hill brushes, they lose a lot more bristles. The Luxie brushes I never have a problem with. So I do highly recommend those brushes. I think I'm gonna go in with Put On Airs, this middle shade right here for my all over the lid color. So do I want to wet my brush? Let's swatch it first. Usually I would wet my brush. So, oh, that's actually really pretty. I swatched that like total crap, but that's very pretty. I really don't even think that I need to wet that brush. So, oh, and I did another look a couple weeks ago, and I got so many compliments on it. And I actually did use for my lid color, I used the Jeffree Star, I can't talk today, Dark Horse Skin Frost. So it's a little bit of like a color like that. It's like a coppery bronze gold. It's really hard to describe, but it's beautiful all over the lid. And I definitely can't wear it as a highlight just because it's way too dark. I get a dark line across my cheek. But I could definitely use it as a eyeshadow. All right, so I'm actually gonna go in with this Luxie 245 small shader brush. I was gonna go in with my JH41, but it's a little bit like too big. I don't know. This is really good if I just want to do like literally all over and then just kind of like blend out my edges with a blender brush and like get out the door. That's really good for that. This one is a little bit more smaller. It's a little bit more thinner. I can get a little bit more precise with this. I also have another one of these that I actually use to cut my crease. A lot of pickup. So you really don't need to dig your brush into this palette. There's a lot on my brush. So let's try and, ooh, that is pretty. Alrighty. And I just want to note that there's actually too much on my brush. Like, I was able to drag it on over to the other lid without having to dip back in to the pan. Which, wow, this palette's gonna get a lot of use for me, I'll say that. I feel like I definitely should have cut my crease. Honestly, I'm lazy when it comes to cutting my crease. I am so lazy with that. I'm rather one of those, I'll just fill it into the edge where my crease really is and just blend it out from there. I do cut my crease every now and then, but it's not necessary. I will say that. It's just an extra step that you really don't need to do. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to blend out this crease for sure. We're getting there, all right? So let me go grab my little tiny definer brush. All right, so I am taking my Luxie 243 Precision Blending Brush, and I'm going to dip into the Cocoa, which is this guy right here. It's got a little bit of a shimmer in it. I think I might mix this one and this one. It's called Moody. So I think I'm gonna mix these two and just kind of hope for the best and try and carve out my crease here. And then I'll blow out the V in a minute. And I will go back in with a makeup wipe after and clean this all up. So guys, what are your favorite eyeshadow palettes? I need to know. I mean, I have an extensive amount of eyeshadow palettes myself. But I feel like I don't know, girl, don't have enough, I guess. I will say Jeffree Star is one of my favorite makeup lines. I mean, growing up and just starting to dabble with makeup, I never really, I didn't have the money. I didn't have the money to know what high quality good makeup was. I was struggling. I was, we're not going to get into my personal life, all right? We're just not going to fucking do that. But once I, started making a little bit more money as an adult and trying to experiment with more brands, I definitely fell in love with Jeffree Star. And I started getting all of his mystery boxes, and his mystery boxes were a good way for me to be introduced to the brand, and I loved it. So now I'm going to go back in with one of these blending brush JH33. And I'm just going to try and buff out these edges. I'll probably have to pick up a little bit more of the lighter shade and just blend them two together. But you just blend to the gods and hope it all works out, right? Yeah. And then also I kind of wanted to go in afterwards and put a little bit of that lighter shade on the inner corner. Yeah? No? Maybe? Yeah, I definitely screwed this look up. Oh yeah. It's probably my nerves getting to me because I've never filmed anything. So, a little nervous over here. Would you stop? More. Now, there is a little bit of fallout from the glitter shade. I'm not surprised. It's not a deal breaker for me. Anyways, that's why we do our eyes first, because then afterwards we can cover it up with concealer, foundation, and all that good stuff. All right, so I did go back and put in that lightest shimmer shade kind of all over the lid just to pop that darker one a little bit more. I didn't realize how dark it was. Do my eyeliner. I've been bouncing between a couple different eyeliners lately. I got one in my BoxyCharm, which is... Dude, if you guys don't have BoxyCharm, like, you need to get it. Like, you spend $25 a month for over, I don't know, like $150, $160 worth of product. And sometimes even more than that. It is definitely worth the investment. So, I do like the Morphe felt tip liner one. That's another Morphe one. I have two of those. This is the stamp liner, okay? I'm not good at doing wings. I suck. I hate when people compliment me on my wing liner, and I'm like, dude, honestly, I suck at wing liner. I stamp that bitch on. So if you can see, it's like, it's a wing. And you just stamp it on, and then you fill it in. Definitely this one's used and abused. It's seen better days. I do have to pick up another one. I forget what brand this is by, just because it's completely, like, worn out. So, yeah. And then I got this one in my BoxyCharm this month, which is the Illamasqua. Correct me if I'm saying that wrong. Liquid eyeliner in black. It is a felt tip, which I do like. Very extremely black, and it goes on like a dream. All right, so I went and did some liquid liner, and I did my baby wings. They probably don't even match. They're probably not even, but it is what it is because I'm only home tonight. So, the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara in the shade 10 Noir. So, it's black. It's black. Black. So, then I also got in my BoxyCharm this month, my Petite and Pretty Fully Feathered Volumizing Mascara. I was really looking forward to getting the other one, which was the Grande Mascara. I actually used to have it, and I ran out of it because it was really, really, really good. Another one that I received in my BoxyCharm just recently, I think it was the last month or the month before, was the Tarte Big Ego. Now, this is a very good mascara. I don't know who could hate it, to be honest, but that's that. I tried out the Marc Jacobs one the other day, and I wasn't blown away, but I wasn't disappointed. So let's try this again. So that's one coat. Not terrible. I'm gonna go in and to the other eye, and I'm not gonna go crazy with mascara, only for the fact that I think I'm gonna put lashes on today, because today I got my On Fleek box in. So I'm gonna see what we got this month for some lashes. Some months they send some great pairs of lashes. I love them because their bands are super thin. They're not stiff. They're not, I mean, I've bought lashes before where I'm like, these are so beautiful, and then I go to put them on or trim them, and the lash band is like a stick, and I'm like, what? Some of these bands that lash companies make, Nikki. All right, so no, I didn't do my bottom lashes. I do that honestly at the end, like literally after I even put on my setting spray, because whenever you put on your set, well, I shouldn't say you, what I've noticed and what I've learned over my time is putting on bottom lash mascara, doing the rest of your face, or, you know, putting on bottom lash mascara and then setting your face, and you just get these trips all, and it's just not cute. And then you're gonna ruin concealer, you're gonna ruin your foundation, you're gonna ruin your highlight, you're gonna ruin your, if you smoke out the bottom lash, you're gonna ruin everything. So just don't do it. For primer, I have repurchased this so many times. I got this in my BoxyCharm, I don't know, probably a year ago. This is the No Pore Problem Primer from Touch in Sol. This primer is everything. I have a lot of primers. I've tried the Tachi Dewy, the Silk Canvas. I still have it on my desk here. I've tried, what else do I have here? I have the Ofra Northern Lights primer. I have the, this was another one that they sent me in my BoxyCharm that I actually did like, from the same brand, Touch in Sol. This is the glassy one. This one comes in a kind of like a lotion type situation. Just rub it on your face, whatever. It's not in a pump. This one's more convenient because it's in a pump. This one is thicker though. But I actually purchased this, I want to say around Black Friday, because they were having a sale. The No Pore Problem. I like it because it does come in a glass container. It feels heavy. It's not like some of these cheap stuff they make nowadays where you're like, oh my god, if I drop it, it's gonna shatter. It's the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. I was really into this for a while, but I was also really into this when I wasn't doing like a heavy foundation look. This was more so when I wanted to throw on like some powder, you know, a little bit of bronzer and then a little bit of highlighter and go. That wasn't bad for that. I still kind of use it every now and then when I'm not doing a full face. Also, another one that I've loved is the Cover FX Blurring Primer, which again, I've gotten in my BoxyCharm. And this is not sponsored by BoxyCharm whatsoever. This is not sponsored by anybody. I just love BoxyCharm. I get, every month I do get BoxyCharm. And then I am signed up for the Boxy Luxe. I get that every 3 months. And then I am on the waiting list for BoxyCharm Premium, so I can get both each month, but it's been such a long wait list. But yeah, the BoxyCharm is so great. If you don't have it, you're doing it wrong. Like we were saying, primer. So I'm just gonna I usually take about 2 to 3 pumps, warm it up, and just kind of all over my face, especially at my T-zone, because this is a pore filling primer. So it really does a good job of getting in there. Oh my god, I cannot stress it enough. And it's a silicone-based primer, so if you don't like silicone-based primers, then don't get this. Just stay away from it. It's very, very silicone-y. Personally, I like silicone primers because I know they're getting into my pores and they're clogging them bitches up. Now, let me pull my hair back a little bit more. I actually do a second primer. I have fallen in love with the Farsali Skin Tune Blur. I absolutely adore this primer. I didn't think I was gonna like it at first. I thought, walking into Sephora like 2 years ago, this is just gonna be some bougie primer. It's not gonna be that much. Like, I could find something else different that's gonna be the same payoff. I mean, there are other things that have the same payoff, but I don't know, man. There's something about this Farsali Skin Tune Blur. Now, I do have a mini right now. I just picked up a full size today at Sephora. Just want to finish this bottle out. I want to say this is like my second sample size, and then this is my first big bottle that I've bought in since, yeah. So I just kind of, since there's not really much left in the bottle, I just kind of do one of these. I know it's totally not really that sanitary, but it's just me using this one, so I feel like this, it just makes everything sit on top of the skin so much nicer. Like, oh, it's just beautiful. Stupid one hair. I'll take a little bit more and just get a little bit more on the side here. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this foundation, the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. So if you want to call it a foundation, if you don't, it comes a little pump, which is awesome. I love that. Kind of like the Fenty Beauty, the hydrating one, which I am going to do a review on that soon as well. Let's see if this matches. I did match in store. I could be wrong. This could totally not be my shade. I mean, it's also a tinted moisturizer, so let's see how sheer it blends out, to be honest, because it doesn't look like my shade at all. It looks way too yellow for me right now, but also the lighting in my spare bedroom is absolute garbage, so it could look nice in natural daylight. I'd have to give this one another go. It's definitely a tinted moisturizer though, because you know what? I can still see my freckles, which I actually like. And I just picked up the NARS Sheer Radiant Glow or Sheer Glow foundation or something like that. I bought that one recently at Ulta, and the guy did not shade match me the right way. Like I was in a toss up between a couple different shades. I was like, all right, like I can shade match personally, I can do it. I just honestly like a second opinion. I would like if I went home, if I was working at Ulta and I let someone walk home with the wrong shade, I would be ashamed of myself. Like that's your job is to help me out, girl. Like give me some guidance. I don't know everything. I might end up giving this away if I don't end up falling in love with it. I may not even return it. I know a lot, like even my mom and my neighbor, they love tinted moisturizers. They really do. I'm sure I could build this up a little bit more too. Let's try and do that just a little bit under here where I'm extremely red. And my nose, it's like 10 different. Would you knock it off? All right, so I feel like this is the best coverage that we are going to get with this foundation. Get in that nose, because all my piercings. I mean, you can see that there is a little bit of sheen to the skin. It's not completely matte, which I actually do like. I think I'm going to add a little bit more coverage though. I might go in with my NARS. So I actually did turn off the lighting, or adjusted the lighting in here and turned off one of my lights. And I just wanted to show you guys the skin. Like I said, it's not completely full coverage. You can still see a couple of my freckles, especially on my nose. I did cover up my brows as well, so if you see that little line there, we're gonna fix that. But I did carve out my brows. So, like I said, I think I'm gonna go on a little bit of that NARS foundation. And I think I wanna keep the light off and just keep my ring light on just to see. Oh, geez, this came out so fast. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go and return this. I've only used it a couple times and it's just, it's been too much. I will say the coverage on it though is amazing. I love the coverage on this foundation. But I mean, as you can see, this finish is just really nice on the skin. Like, just be careful with that. I just got that pierced. So if you guys ever see a line right there for like the next couple weeks, yeah, it's because I just got that pierced and I'm not trying to get it dirty. So cut your girl some slack over here. I'm gonna get rid of this double chin. I need to go back to the gym. I need to go back tanning. I need to go do a lot of things. All right. But you know what? Winter depression sunk in and it took me and they ate me. And the couch ate me. Everything ate me and I ate everything. So here we are. All right. So now I'm going to go in with the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade medium 20. Yeah, medium 20. Concealer on my lips because I just think that your lipstick, whatever I'm putting on my lips comes out a little bit nicer when you do that. And I really like this concealer. This is the No Filter concealer, right? This is the one that I already have. So now we're gonna get into this Pretty Fresh Pretty Fresh concealer with hyaluronic acid. And I did go with the shade Dark 153C. This is what it looks like. Cute packaging. I like what they did with this new line. Now, hear me out. I'm not a big cream contour girl. This is probably the first time I've cream contoured in a long time, ladies and gentlemen. So if it doesn't come out perfect, do not judge me. Teach me. Show me the ways, because I'm sure this will come out like garbage. I'm going, and I almost forgot to set my under eyes, first of all. All right, so I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier. It is a mini because I have not gone through the full thing yet. So I have absolutely no reason to go buy a full bottle yet. Yo, Audrey Hepburn is in the back grilling, huh, sis? Hello, honey. And right here. Set my face, guys. If you don't know about this powder, you need to know about it. Okay, so this, my friends, was one of my favorite products of 2019. Like, anyways, I got it. This is the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. This is all I have left. It is so sad, but this powder feels like water. I'm not even kidding. It feels like water. Like, it is the smoothest thing ever. And it's a Hydra Mist setting powder, whatever. It's designed to feel like water on your skin. It is designed to feel like that. And guess what? It does. And it is so refreshing and cooling on the skin. Like, honestly, I just want... So, setting my face is like my best part. It's my favorite part of my routine. So it has this little cover on here that says keep me fresh to keep me cool. And then it's very nice. I'm just gonna set this. I have no need to go out and buy more brushes. There's no need for that. Oh, it is so refreshing on the skin. I think I put a little bit too much on, but that's okay because guess what? We're gonna go in and bronze up the face anyway. I did get this in a BoxyCharm. This is the Park Ave Princess palette. She's been beat down, especially this one shade here, which we're gonna go in with, which is Princess Cut. And I'm gonna go in with a Luxie tapered highlighter brush. I'm pretty sure I have like 4 of these brushes, so I use it for contour, highlight, everything. So I'm just gonna, there we go. Contour, this is like powder contouring for me. I don't, see that's another reason why I never saw the point in cream contouring, because I'm like, I'm gonna powder contour anyway. And the more I get used to it, the more I'll probably end up liking it. I think I just need to find the right products too. Like I said, if any of you have suggestions onto some good cream contour products, I would love to know. I really would. I mean, I am going to makeup school in April. I did show the whatchamacallit, one of the if you want to come teachers, professors, whatever, head ladies, I don't know. I showed her a little bit of my work and she was like, wow, that's really good. Like, you know, you really don't need that much training. I'm like, I don't think I do, but I would love to like perfect what I do. I'm gonna go in with this other brush that I got in a box. I think I got this in my Ipsy box though, and I love this brush. It is so soft, it is so smooth. It is the Complex Culture. It is the Press and Set Bronzer. Me, I like to actually diffuse my bronzer with this brush. So for blush, I pretty much rotate between like 3. I want to say I do have a couple more, but they don't blow me away, or I don't gravitate towards them because I have so many products. Anyway, so this is one that I got out of a BoxyCharm that I actually really ended up liking, and that's why I kept it. This is the Alamar Cosmetics, what is it, the Blush Trio? Colorful Blush Trio. I want to say this is in the light shade, Fair Light, yeah. So this comes with 3 shades. I really, really, really like that it folds back and it has a mirror. And I also love that it has a peachy shade in here. Or I'm sorry, I rotate between that one. This is the Pretty Vulgar blush that I got in a BoxyCharm. BoxyCharm, if you want to sponsor me, I would love it because I love your products. Like I said, except for this month, I was not that happy. This is the shade 18 Hush Blush. Love this shade. It is like the most perfect, I'm almost hitting pan on this. It is the most perfect, just neutral pink. Like I feel like this is a very, very, very universal shade. Like a lot of people, you could build it up. You could go very light with it. I feel like a lot of people could wear this shade. And then the other shade that I have been using and loving is the Kylie Cosmetics Baddie on the Block. So it's the shade right here. I'm not a huge fan that these are like smaller pans, but I mean, I get the concept, obviously. It was supposed to be a holiday thing, like, and I guess I just spoiled myself for the holidays. That's what I did. So this is Baddie. Let me do this way. This is Baddie on the Block. It is a very pinky blush, very pinky. But I do like to wear this when I have like an extreme contour on, or a full face, and then maybe like a colorful eye look, because it is such a high intense pink. So today I think I'm gonna go, I'm stuck between the Alamar and the Pretty Vulgar, but I want to say I'm gonna take out the Alamar just for old time's sake. I've been using this for a blush brush. I love it. You could use this contour as well, or bronzer, that's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. This is a JH04. I think I'm gonna rotate between the middle one and the peachy one. I think I'm going to go in between these two because I don't want it to be too pinky and I don't want it to be too orangey. And I have been doing this trick. I've been placing my blush more so along my contour line versus right at the apples of my cheeks. I do drag it down a little bit to the apples of my cheeks, but I feel like everything just looks more pulled together and shall I say snatched. When I don't drag it all the way down here, I just kind of give it a little bit of a glow. Let me change the lighting. Yes, so here's the blush with just my ring light on. See, it's a very nice, just obviously without, it's a very nice peachy pink when I mix these two together. I love it. That Pretty Vulgar blush, be sure to go in with a light hand. That bitch is so pigmented. Everyone would say, so creamy, so buttery, so pigmented. All right, I think that's pretty much good. All right, so I finished contouring my nose. I did a little bit underneath my lip here. Makes your lips look a lot more fuller. For anybody who doesn't try that trick, right now it looks like I have dirt around my mouth, but trust me, when we put lipstick on, all that good stuff is gonna look way better. A little bit of that shade Au Naturel underneath my waterline. I wasn't going crazy with the bottom lower lash today just because we want to try and keep it nude, neutral. A lot of you voted for a neutral look on Instagram, so you got what you wanted. I was actually hoping to play with some color tonight, but it's okay. We'll do that next time. For highlight, I think I'm going to go in with the Kylie Cosmetics one from this holiday kit, only because we're going to try and keep it a little bit more natural today. So I think I'm going to mix between these two shades right here. The left one is Ice Me Out and the other one is Cheers Darling. I've been trying these mixed together recently and they're very pretty. I feel like when I wear the Ice Me Out just alone, it's just a little too light for me, so let's go in. Oh, look at that shine. It's so pretty. Alrighty. So there's that. I think I'm gonna put a little bit of this in my inner corner. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna do Ice Me Out though. I would have probably put on more if I wasn't in front of camera right now and I'd be walking around like a glowing freaking mess, but to each their own, right? And that is the highlight. All right, so I had to go check on Instagram to see what you guys voted. When it came to the lipsticks, I did post a poll before I uploaded this video. If you guys wanted to see the Pat McGrath or if you wanted to see the holiday edition of the Lucky Stars or Lucky Strikes trio, whatever. And you guys chose the Lucky Star collection. So I will do some swatches for you. So this is a star in your name. So that's a star in your name. All right, this is Jar of Stars. Oh, isn't that from like that movie, Jar of Stars? No, stop it. I'm gonna fucking cry. You guys need to comment and tell me what movie that's from because I know that name. So there's Jar of Stars. And this one is Once Upon the Stars. Ooh, this one's like really up my alley. This is like a mauve-y nude. That is definitely going to be the lip color I go with today. See how these apply? And no, I did not line my lips. I line my lips occasionally, just not often. I mean, I just don't see the need to line my lips. All right, so I really like this color. And this is the final look. Sorry my hair is a mess, but yeah, I'm happy with how it came out. The highlight, I really like the blush. I could have probably went a little bit heavier on the bronzer or put bronzer on in general, but that's okay. I'm not mad about it. So what do you guys think? Leave me comments, suggestions, tips and trips. I'd love to go on a trip. Anybody have extra tickets? I'll go. Tips and tricks. If you guys, have advice for me, let me know. If you want to know more about what I got going on in this mess of a room, inbox me. Let me know if you guys want to see more content. Whatever it is. So you guys so much for watching. Thank you to everybody who supported me this far. Like I said, this is my first video. Hopefully I'll get better in time. But I would love to do more looks. I would love to do more in-depth videos. I would love, skincare if you guys want to see that. If you guys want to see, highlighters or just lipsticks, or, like a whole thing about Jeffree Star Cosmetics, or a whole thing about like, a Tarte, or a whole thing about, Becca, or a whole thing about whatever you guys want to, know, if I do have the products, or I can go out and buy them. I have no problem doing that. So I do have a lot of Colourpop too. So keep that in mind. I'm trying to get my hands on that mint to be palette. But it's like the Going Coconuts palette. It's going so fast that in Colourpop, they come out with a new release all the time, like every single day it feels like, but it's hard to keep up. But I mean, go Colourpop. They're killing the game, obviously, because they keep making all these products. But yeah, for today's video, I really do like this, Pretty Fresh concealer for a contour shade. Like I said, if I want another cooler tone, less down, I definitely would have, but they just didn't have my shade, so I grabbed that. But I'm still content with that. Another thing that I grabbed was, like I said, this Becca Hydrating Mist Powder. If you don't have this, you are doing it wrong. I'm telling you, you need to go invest in this. Like, this is my, like, holy grail. Like, everyone's like, Laura Mercier. Absolutely go with Laura Mercier if you want to set your whole face. But I personally like this, and the feel of it, and the finish of it, and everything. Highlighters, I have too many. We're not going to get into that. But a review on that palette, the Nude Mood palette. I really do like this palette. Like I said, I am upset that I didn't get the, yeah, I made a little bit of a dent in there when I was trying to do all over the lid there. I'm really upset I didn't get the Going Coconuts palette. Let me know if you guys want to see that. I can probably get my hands on that eventually. Like I said, let me know what you guys want to see. I do have a couple new foundations I want to try out if you guys are interested in that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys subscribe if I do decide to go on YouTube. I'm extremely nervous about that. I'm probably gonna ask for a little bit of help when it comes to other beauty gurus for that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate everybody who has my back behind this this makeup thing that I want to do. I don't have a lot of love and support in my life right now. I do have a very few, and I'm so grateful and thankful for those people. Very, very few people close to my heart right, nowadays. Times are tough, but this is my outlet. This is how I want to make myself happy. I want to share my love of makeup and the beauty industry with you guys, and I want you guys to find more information out. I mean, usually I sit at home and I watch beauty gurus. I'll sit at home and I'll watch Jeffree Star. I'll watch Nicole Concilio. I'll watch Jaclyn Hill, Nikki tutorials. I mean, there's so many of them that I'll sit home and I'll watch their videos, and I'm like, wow, like, they've taught me so much throughout the years, and I'm still learning, and I still love to watch them. Like, I'm notification. I stay on top of what they post. It's sad. Like, that's what I do in my spare time, guys. I sit on my couch and I watch beauty videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what your thoughts are. Thank you so much, everyone, and stay beautiful, people.